13:16. It also forced all people, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hands or on their foreheads, so that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of its name. This calls for wisdom. Let the person who has insight calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. The number is 666. Now you know what they're doing. They're putting everyone in lockdown in their houses across the world. And then Bill Gates, he's got 7 vaccines he's already funded. Well, one of his vaccines is a company called Gavi, and that's the one they want to put mandatorily on everyone. You have to get it. There's no choice. It's like a martial law type of deal. If you get it, what will happen is you'll get this vaccine, you'll be tested, and then you'll get this thing called a quantum tattoo. And it's a tattoo on your body. It's like an optical kind of like one of the blacklight looking tattoo things, I think. Well, if you don't have this mark, then this is the way that the higher officials, like the police and high society members and, you know, like people that run the show and stuff, they will look at you, and if you do not have this mark on you, they will consider you as horrible as the virus itself. You will be like a plague. You will not be allowed in stores. You'll not be allowed to fly in planes. You'll not be able to buy food. You won't be able to walk around in public without people getting angry and flipping the fuck out on you and going crazy and stuff. This stuff is really nuts. But we've come down to the end of times. We're in Revelations now. This is what they're doing. It says in the Bible that those who take the mark, you're pretty much like choosing to join in the satanic elite, and you're turning your back on God, and you won't go to a good place when it's all done and said, and even here won't be a good place for you. Your best bet is to not take the mark. That don't take the mark in Jesus Christ's name will be put into prison for 10 days, and it will be, I don't know, like tortured and persecuted and stuff. But then they'll be released, but some of them will be beheaded, because some people will say no all the way to the very end, because they want you to like renounce Christ and take this. It's like the non-secular order. They want you to give up your God pretty much and join this one world way of thinking. There is a war going on in outer space right now. And it's been going on since, I don't know, maybe the beginning of everything. There are 2 races of beings at war over our planet right now. The reptilians and the Pleiadians. The reptilians, they are taking us to war basically because they want our planet, if no ifs, ands, or buts. They don't give a shit what we have to say. The Pleiadians, they just want to assist humanity so that we don't get enslaved by these horrible, dirty, rotten lizards. Now, you can learn all about this if you read the Lost Book of Inky, or if you just go up on YouTube and type in the Lost Book of Inky and listen to it. You learn how we were created and everything. And I'm not saying the Bible ain't real. All of it is real. But there's more to these stories than anybody can even fathom. And the more answers you get, and more questions start happening. So you never really win. You never actually like succeed, but you feel a little bit better and a little bit more excited the more you go. You see, the leader of these reptilians is Lucifer. His name's Enki, the astronaut. I'm sure you've heard about him in Sumerian texts and stuff. He has a brother named Enlil. Their father is Anu. Enki has a son named Thoth, which is the Atlantean that wrote the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. Here, I'm going to jump around subjects a lot, but it's all the same subject in some twisted, crazy sort of way. But Revelations 14. A lot of people are always talking about the 144,000 light workers. Well, if you don't know where that comes from, it comes from a lot of different places, a lot of different texts, and a lot of different religions. But here it is in the Christian religion. The Lamb and the 144,000. Then I looked, and there before me was the Lamb, standing on Mount Zion, and with him 144,000 who had his name and his Father's name written on their foreheads. And I heard a sound from heaven like the roar of rushing waters, and like a loud peal of thunder. The sound I heard was like that of a harpist playing their harps. And they sang a new song, before the throne and before the 4 living creatures and the elders. No one could learn the song except the 144,000 who had been redeemed from the earth. These are those who did not defile themselves with women, for they remained virgins. They follow the Lamb wherever he goes. They were purchased from among mankind, and offered as firstfruits to God and the Lamb. No lie was found in their mouths. They are blameless.